So join us as we delve into A Tale of Two Jenkins. As all five of you stood in a house party in the middle of Eden Forest, a blackout sweeping the town of Eden Falls, the festivities were interrupted by the arrival of a robot, crashing through the side of the building, one that was very familiar to you, Jackie, for it had been built by your mother. Leaping into action as it charged Elijah, with particular interest on the backpack that he had on his person, and knocking out Chloe in the process, you all sought to protect as many of your fellow students as possible, while Jackie, you leapt on top of it, disabling the robot, and, as you did so, noticing that its central programming unit had been completely and remotely overridden, and you took it, removing it for later study. As the lights in the town came back on and the students ran, you all carried the unconscious body of Chloe out of the cabin. But as you did so, you saw another figure step out of the woods. Jackie's father, Eric, and with him a strange object you had seen before in the hands of the mysterious Mr. Jenkins, your school's old science teacher. It resembled a metal detector, and as you moved through the forest, you noticed that it seemed to blink faster every time it approached Eli's bag. Heading back to Jackie's parents, and served some strangely warm, sweet tea, Chloe and Jane, you were driven to your parents' house, where they immediately called Chloe's mum and took her to hospital. But Jane, as your mother tried to talk to you, truths were shared, and a lot of hurt feelings were vented over your not feeling welcome in the house. Meanwhile, Darla, accompanying your friend Artie back to his home, you were greeted by a figure in the dark, Mr. Jenkins and his German Shepherd. Asking whether you had seen anything unusual that night, he left you to head on home and walked back in the direction of where you had first seen him, Eden Forest. All the while, Jackie, you managed to get Elijah to reveal what he was keeping in his bag, and Eli, you reluctantly revealed the strange black box you had discovered in the football locker rooms. Taking a photo of it for safekeeping, the two of you took the strange device and you hid it in the trunk of an old car in the scrapyards belonging to Mr. Seymour. As Eli, you headed home to your sister Quinn, where you built pillow forts and eventually fell asleep. Heading to school the next day, Eli, you overheard two of your teammates, John Logan and Bradley Shute, speaking in hushed tones in the locker rooms, chastising the quarterback for losing something. John demanded to know where Bradley had last seen it, to which Brad replied, the locker room. Threatening that his dad would do to both of them if he found out, John stormed off in anger as an announcement sounded over the tannoy, calling your friend Jackie to the principal's office. Heading there and seeing your new friends had similarly accompanied Jackie to the office, Darla, you saw a familiar figure, Sheriff Mitchell. Sympathetically greeting you, Jackie, the sheriff revealed that she had bad news. And as the day came to an end, and as you all stepped out of the turning circle of Jenkins High, students pouring out at the end of the school day, you saw an Eden Fall news van stood outside, with Jackie Dorado reporting the arrest of your father in connection with the robot attack the previous night. And Jackie, as you ran to your mother, the rest of you looked on. And Elijah, you saw something familiar. A black van with tinted windows observing the school, which, as the students began to reach the road, started to pull away. So, Jackie, as you stand with your arms around your mother, and she pulls you in close, and she just whispers to you, "It's okay, it's okay." And the rest of you stand on the steps as Sheriff Mitchell just looks after Jackie, and then turning to the other police with her, just nods at them and, looking at the rest of you, "Look after your friend, alright?" She nods and begins to turn away. What are you all doing as a sea of students moves around you?
I have an
Jackie
idea of
leave?
what I want to do, and it's probably not the best choice.
Okay.
Eli recognized the van, recognized the people who might be in the van, and in a very himbo-like way, says, "Screw it, I'm chasing this van. So I am in pursuit to see where this thing goes." I'm assuming it's the same people who talked to my little sister, and now they're popping up now. I don't know. I'm chasing them.
Okay. Can
Sorry.
you make a move check for me? And in order to keep up with this, admittedly, considering it is the center of town, quite slow-moving car, I will need 2 successes from you.
Okay, move check. Move. Oh, we got this. 3 successes.
Okay, so you have 1 extra success. Is there anything additional that you want to be doing as you are running after this car? And the rest of you, Eli just books it, just running through these students. But yeah, Eli, are you doing anything else, or do you want to save that success to carry over into something else should you need it later?
Right now, Eli's no thoughts, head empty. I gotta see where this is going, so I'm just bolting it.
Okay. So, Jane and Darla, you are also stood there, and Artie is stood off to one side as well. You see Jackie with her mum and Eli just booking it off in the direction of the road. What are the two of you doing as students mill around? And Jackie, you, like I say, are over with your mum, lost in the moment.
Jane would turn to Jackie. So, how are you doing?
Wait. Sorry, am I in this?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Did I say Jackie or something?
You said
I said
Jane would
turns
turn
to
Oh, sorry.
Jackie. Okay, that's just like...
My bad.
Okay.
Sam is now Bella.
Sam is the
Did I?
DM now.
How can we convince him it wasn't my dad?
Look, I went by the station earlier. They say they need to ask him a couple of questions. They say that we can visit whenever we want, but
But you can't just arrest someone unless you have probable cause, and they didn't even interview him, and he can't be in there, Mom.
apparently there was a report. Someone put in a report last night, the night of the party. They won't say who. Obviously, it was anonymous. But look, we can go see your dad at the earliest opportunity. Okay? I
But
promise you.
You know he can't be in there.
I know,
He's gotta
honey.
be home in his bed in his house. He
I know.
can't.
And she just brings you in and holds you, and she just strokes the fuzz on top of your head and just, I know, honey, I know. And Darla and Jane, you see this from where you are.
Well,
And you go.
well, Darla, what are we supposed to do about this?
So I know that you were in the bathroom earlier and I didn't get to say it to you, but... So I saw Mr. Jenkins, the old science teacher, last night. And... I mean, he's the only other person that I could think was actually there, if it's not Jackie's dad.
Well, what if we all just pretended this didn't happen and moved on with our lives?
I mean, I think that's a good idea, too.
I just don't like all these problems. It's giving me a lot of stress.
Well, what would you like to do, Jane?
Well,
I want to try to get to know you more.
do you think that it feels weird to rub a baldish head? Because I just saw Jackie's mom do that to their head. And it seems like it would, like the texture would be cool. Do you think
Probably
it'd be
a little
weird if I
prickly.
asked to do that?
No, you should ask.
No,
guess
I
it's better than
shouldn't.
just
That's
doing it.
really weird. Or maybe it's not. Maybe once our friendship is like at stage 4 or 5. I think 5 is the final stage. And you could ask things like that. But anyways, I'll follow your lead. I don't
Wait, what's our friendship?
really like problems.
It's like a 0.
So I just... Oh, okay. Our friendship's at like 2 or 3, right, Darla?
Let's start at like a half.
Okay. I've never been at a half before, but with you, that's like a 5. So...
As you say this, you turn and you see the absence of Eli. As you look and you see this tall himbo just in the distance running down the street in the direction of what you see is the town center. Eli, you run. You run down long streets and you run over pavements as the sound of the school begins to slowly fade into the distance. You find yourself weaving around pedestrians. You find yourself running through cars and jogging past multiple buildings. And you see the giant Eden Falls Mall, where already you can see kids beginning to congregate after a long day. You can see the Amblin Diner and the Rockford Roller Rink, as well as the familiar sight of the Elliot movie theatre. You continue running past the town hall. Off in the distance, you can see the water park and the pier in the distance as the car continues moving through the streets, slowly moving through suburban areas and making its way towards the center of town. It occasionally stops at traffic lights, giving you time to just sort of jog on the spot and catch your breath for a bit before once again turning off round the corner as the electric motors continue. You chase after it, round corners, down long stretches of road, until eventually you see it slow as it pulls into a turning circle, and you see a building ahead of you, taller than many of those around it. Eden Falls Hospital, tall and sandstone. Its flat roof reflected perfect white in the spring sun, and large windows adorn its surface, and in front of its entrance, next to a large turning circle, you see cars parked up, as patients and visitors alike congregate around the front. And the black van that you follow pulls in, and you hear its electric engine turn off, as the sound of the hospital and the sound of the engine slowly begin to intermingle. And it stops, and no one gets out.
Okay, so Eli's first instinct is to stake it out. I've seen movies, this is what they do. So I'm going to find a shrub or a tree or something and try to be discreet.
Okay.
And before I do that, I want to use my iconic item and snap a photo of the van in front of it because I have my film camera. It's always in my
Okay.
backpack.
So if you want to make a sneak check for me, so two successes I will need you to take.
Come on, big sneaky himbo. Please. Please. Okay, I have one. Can I carry over my second?
Absolutely you can, yes.
Yes, let's go.
That's nice.
As you just hustle down inside the bush, as you look at the van, and you look at the hospital, where inside, Chloe, in darkness, you hear a soft, steady beep. As your eyes begin to open, you see the blurry sight of a large white monitor next to you, almost blending into the cream walls behind it. Your vision sharpens, and you see an IV drip hanging next to you, and it is then and only then that you realize you are waking in a room that is not your own. Your head throbs, and as you look to the foot of your bed, two unfocused silhouettes become sharper. You see your father, Jeff, in the right-hand corner of the room, legs crossed and reading a newspaper, and as your eyes focus, you see the headline. Hirsch and Logan rig the race, and a photo of 3 dilapidated oil rigs, the same ones that you can see from the coastline. And sat decidedly on the opposite side of the room to your father, you see another familiar figure. Your mother, Shelley. Harley, can you describe what Chloe's mother looks like?
So I think that Chloe's mother very much was a model in her 20s, and then the second that she stopped being a model, just like completely stopped looking after herself sort of look, where she has like very voluminous brown hair, but it's very grown out with split ends, and it's sort of fluffy and not styled at all. And she has very like sun-weathered shoulders and chest and everything. And I like to think that she just wears like makeup every day, but it is makeup from like the 60s and 70s, so it's definitely flaking off at all times. And yeah, and I think that she's also a relatively tall woman and has the sort of look of having been like just one of those people where they're very toned, but they aren't like working out currently and like trying to look really toned, you know? So I think she's sort of got like muscles underneath her limbs in all areas at all times. Where do muscles go? I literally don't know. Like, what do muscle people look like? Mika, you must help.
So as you lie in bed and slowly begin to come to, you feel a tremendous throbbing just above your eyebrow, and you can sense that there is a gauze over it, and it feels quite dry against your skin. But as you come to and you look around the room, you see that neither one of your parents, who very much seem to be keeping their distance from one another, and they do not appear to be talking, as they both sit there, one reading the newspaper and your mother reading a magazine, as the sounds of the hospital sound in the background.
Mom, was that my pudding cup for me?
They both immediately look towards you and just move over to the side of the bed, and your mum grips your hand and, "Oh, sweetie, how is your head doing? Hi, how are you?"
My head really hurts, actually.
Yeah?
My head really hurts. Yeah.
Quick, come on, I'll get you some water. Come on, just
I'm really
drink a little bit.
Actually, could I have food? Is there food here? Is that...
Yes, yeah, here we go. We've got, so I've been hoarding a little bit, and I snuck a little stuff in as well. So I've got some bars, and she just starts putting stuff out on this plastic table tray. As your father moves in, and you woke up a couple of times throughout the day, but you kept nodding off. Must have been a rough night. How are you doing?
I'm okay. My head really hurt. I'm so sorry. This is embarrassing. I didn't even drink, like, at all.
No.
They didn't, like, pump my stomach or anything, right? Like, was that...
Oh, goodness. No. You were just... Honey, you were out cold. you were out on the floor when they found you.
Oh, yeah, because I was doing push-ups. No, he was doing push-ups. And then I was on top of him, and then...
honey, you don't need to tell us anything that you don't need to. That's fine. And you see Jeff just immediately plunge his hands into his pocket and just look very awkward. And no, it's fine, honey. If you want the room with your mom, I can step out.
Is Jane okay? Have you seen Jane, Dad?
I believe so. Yeah, I haven't spoken to your... And he glances at your mom and Charlotte. Or Jane or Abuelito, but I'm sure they're very worried about you. And but no, Jane made it fine last night. She was back all right. I've been here all night, sat in the room next to you, and I'm just glad you're okay, honey.
Thanks. I
That's
don't
okay.
really remember much. What happened? Chloe definitely remembers. Like,
Oh, well then, can you make a charm check for me,
oh no.
please?
Charming my own parents? Like, no, they should just like believe
Also,
me
you
instantly.
have 2 blesses.
Children never lie to their parents. What do you mean?
You have 2 blesses,
So-
just so you know.
As
So you can use a bless if you want.
oh, I could. I'm okay. I don't want to use the bless for this. I don't think.
Okay, so they look at you and then they look at each other, and it is a look of parental knowing as they just. Right, well, we're just glad you're safe. You're a friend's parent. Was it Jackie's dad? Is Jackie? Yeah.
Jackie is, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Is he okay? And Jackie's
yeah.
okay? And the parents okay?
It seems so, but yeah, they brought you as soon as they could, and we drove you off, and I called your mum, and yeah,
Thanks.
everyone's fine though, and Shelley just squeezes your hand, and God, I'm just glad I could be here, you know?
Me too. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad, for calling Mom. Is it, can I go home? Or?
Well, and at this point you hear a voice from the door. How is the patient doing? And in the door you see a tall, very handsome man with perfectly maintained brown hair and silver temples.
Hold on.
He wears a boxy, dark burgundy suit, and though it is easy to see that he is, or certainly used to be, a sportsman, he looks in every way a man in his prime. His square jaw framing charismatic features and an ever-present smile, which, as you look, these features seem similar to you. And as you take him in, you can see why. This is the father of John, Robert Logan. As he stands in the door, and Shelley just immediately stands and, Chloe, this is Mr. Logan. You have him to thank for the room and for covering all the hospital bills. And Logan waves it off, and Jeff immediately goes to him. Mr. Logan, I didn't realize. We're more than able to. No, nonsense. Shelley is a valued employee, and she is not simply an excellent tennis trainer, but family, and so that extends to you as well. Chloe, how are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much. That's really nice of you. Thank you, because, yeah, my mom, like, honestly, I'm so sorry if it cost a lot of money. It must have been a pretty bad fall, but, like, I mean, the fact that my mom was able to come by means a lot, because I know she's been, like, really busy lately because she's been, she's been really socializing lately. And alongside work, and then just like taking time away from all of those men from like all of her socializing to like come was like means a lot. Because like, Mom, literally, didn't you have like a talent scout meeting like last week, right? So like, you're really busy lately, right, Mom?
Yes, I am, and obviously the country club has taken up a lot of time, and Mr. Logan will
She loves it.
Yeah, and it's fine. I can reschedule those lessons. It's absolutely fine, Shelley. But so long as you are okay, and in answer to your question, Chloe, I've had a word with the doctors. They seem very happy with your progress, and I believe they'll be happy to let you go by the end of the day.
Oh, that's so cool. You know, really having this sort of near-death experience really made me value the friends that I was with at the time. And I was wondering if Mom, do you think that like we, and Sarah and your son as well, if we all had a time at the tennis court at the country club, that would just be amazing, I think, just like the 4 of us, because it was so scary when I was all alone and no one was there, and it would be so cool if we all four of us were there playing tennis.
Well, of course, I can think of no better way. Listen, I wanted to extend an invitation, like I say. Shelley is, as far as I am concerned, part of the Logan family, and so you are more than welcome to come to the country club whenever you would like. You, friends, whoever you want to bring, the facilities are open to you.
Oh, cool. Thank you. And you'll be there? Like, are you there often?
Oh, as often as I can be. It's an excellent retreat away from the real work, allowing other people to do my job for me, essentially, while I can enjoy the fruits of my labor.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna throw up, so could I be with my parents, please?
Of course. Although Jeff and Shelley, I believe the doctors just wanted. They just need your signature on a couple of things. I'm more than happy to stay in here and keep the patient company if you are. And you see both parents just look between each other and then look towards you, Chloe, and your mum goes, would you rather one of us stay in the room? Or?
Yeah, could you stay? Because if you could stay, that would be good. No offense, Dad. It's just that I see you a lot. I love you. It's just that I don't get to see my mom as much, so.
Oh, none taken. I will go and sign papers. But Mr. Logan, again, thank you so much. No worries. Anytime.
Oh, I don't need to throw up anymore. That's, oh my goodness, that's amazing. That's so cool. Thanks, Mom, for the water. I think it was that really helped. Thank you.
She just squeezes your hand and gives you a smile, and Robert Logan pulls a chair across the floor and sits down opposite you, and John has mentioned you a couple of times. Seems to think very highly of you.
Oh, that's really nice. Like highly of me in like what areas?
Well, that would be digging, Miss Moore, but he, well, let us say he has noticed you around school, and I will allow you to ask him the details yourself.
That's cool. Thank you. That's really nice. It's hard sometimes because he's on the football team. Well, obviously he is the football team, and I feel like sometimes the guys on the football team don't take like the other sports as seriously, like tennis and stuff, because it's not like we don't have like a school team or anything, so I feel kind of lame sometimes, so I don't know.
Oh, I understand that. I was never much of a football player myself. I was more baseball, and I got ripped no end by all the football team. I was not a very popular kid when I was young.
Really?
Yeah, no. Which is, not to say that you are not. I mean, you seem very well loved around Jenkins, and I'm very, very pleased. And I understand that you and several others were at this party last night.
Yeah. There was me and Lana went, and then Bradley was there. I'm pretty sure Bradley's the name of the push-up guy, right? Is that the push-ups guy? Okay. And Bradley was there, and I think a bunch of the football team were there. They do, honestly, they all kind of look the same to me, except for John and Bradley, because I know them. But there was other football people too, I think. That's pretty much everyone that I talked to. It's kind of a blur.
And before the unfortunate incident, did you see anything unusual at all? Did you hear anything, or?
No. I honestly was just hanging out with Bradley, and okay, this sounds stupid, but like he was doing push-ups, and then I was sitting on his back, and then that's like the last thing I remember until like, I guess, I kind of had to demonstrate. But yeah, that's like the last thing that I remember. So I don't know. Maybe I did. I just don't remember.
So, before everything, and please tell me to stop, because I know it must be very difficult to relive, but the name Jackie Elliot, the robot in question, I believe, was made by their mom.
It was a robot?
There was, yes. Do you think this Jackie Elliot might know anything, or...
Jackie. So Jackie was someone that was at the party?
Well, I believe their father is now in police custody, so I'm sure if there is anything to be found, our sheriff will root it out, but as a member of the community, I feel it important that I do as much as I can with my own influence to speed things along.
Okay, so I don't know, Jackie. Maybe if they were at the party, I spoke to them. But I don't. Sorry.
Make
I'm
a
kind
charm check.
Just
for
kind
me.
of keep to myself, you know. I don't even understand.
Do you need 2 successes?
You have 2 blesses.
Can I use my little bless thing that I have if it fails?
Yes.
I got 1 success.
Okay.
What
So
is
you
the
wanna-
bless do?
You just add one of your blesses.
Oh, okay. So then I have 2 successes now?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I'm so convincing in that way. That's so amazing.
He just looks at you and... Well, I am very glad that you are better. And as soon as you are feeling well enough, like I say, you have an open invitation to the country club. And, not just when your mother is working there either. Anytime. Really. Truly.
She makes it what it is to me. I mean, it's a really cool country club, also, but she's just so great that I really, so cool. Sorry, I think I'm gonna throw up again. That's weird.
Well, I will leave you to rest up, and I'm sure we'll see each other again soon, Miss Moore.
Thank you. I hope you have a good day. I also just wanted to say thank you for coming in and checking on me, and for not treating me like I'm weird because I'm sick or anything.
We all get sick, Miss Moore. It's fine. And he just looks at Shelley and... See you at the club. Bye-bye. And he heads on out.
As he closes the door, I'm just gonna make like a fake retching sound of like, "Thanks, Mom. You're the coolest."
That's okay. You okay? You need me to get you a bucket or anything?
No, I'm okay. I just I don't feel sick anymore. I just sort of had to I do this, you know, when you're gonna throw up, so you but you can't throw up because it's not coming out, so you just simulate yourself throwing up, and that stops it from happening. That's what I was doing.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Okay. Well, you kids. So, yeah. Once your dad has sorted out paperwork and everything like that, what do you want to do? You want to go? I'm afraid I can't offer you a place to stay tonight, but I would like to see you soon. So perhaps.
Well, like he said, I can come to the country club anytime. So I could, because we have a class on Saturday, right? So I'll see you on Saturday, and then we can go see Mr. Logan and stuff.
Sure. And equally, if you want to come by any time before then, you're more than welcome. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay.
What time is it?
And she looks up at the clock, and you can see that it is around 5 o'clock now, so it's towards the end of the day.
School? Was there a school?
Yeah, but you needed to rest, and the doctors just wanted to keep an eye on you, and your dad said you were drifting in and out all day, and clearly,
I was really close to getting 100% attendance, and then I was gonna have a pizza party.
I am sure they will make an exception because you have been in hospital. Come on.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's just, because last year I tried really hard, and then there was that oh, we won a cruise, which was really cool, but also I didn't get the thing. So, okay, if I can have a doctor's note, please, that would be really amazing.
I will go and check with your dad now, okay?
Thank you, I love you.
I love you too. Bye-bye. And she just reaches down and gingerly avoiding the gauze around your head, just... Okay, bye-bye. And she heads on out of the door. As the rest of you, back at Jenkins, Jackie, your mum, stands back and looking at you just... Right, well, I'm sorry, I'm not sure. So we can swing by the precinct, see if we can see your dad, or we can go straight home, or if you want to spend time with your friends, whatever you want to do, Jackie. I'm sorry.
I want to go see Dad. I maybe I can say something, or I don't want to lose time with Dad, Mom.
Honey, don't think that way. You're not going to lose any time. But and she looks over to you, Jane and Darla, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How are the both of you after last night? Are you all right? You okay?
I mean, I'm perfectly fine.
Okay, good. So I think Jackie and I are gonna head on over, see if we can speak to the sheriff and potentially have a word with her dad. But
Wait, if you'll let me, can I ask what time they said he was there? Your husband?
what in the forest? Well,
When
around
he
the
was
same time.
found, or...
Oh, well, they
seen.
reported it in around the same time as the house party. The call came in. I mean, during the night, someone must have seen him in the forest.
Was there a mention of a dog at all?
No. I mean, nothing has been mentioned, but we can certainly ask at the precinct. Why? Why do you ask about a dog?
No reason, just wondering. Someone's missing a dog, so...
Right. Okay, well, Jackie, I'll go start the car. If you want to say bye to your friends, we'll go see your dad, alright? Okay. And she just gives you a squeeze on the shoulder as she moves past and heads on over towards the car, off and down the road, as the three of you are left alone.
He didn't do anything, I promise. He didn't do it. He didn't do this. And I don't know why they have him.
I didn't think it was your dad.
I don't
I
know
think
why
your
they
dad
do.
was just in the wrong place.
Like, me and my family have just serviced this town, and then they throw my dad in jail. I don't understand.
I mean, jail's not
we're
that
going
bad. They at least, like,
through
feed you.
I don't have a lot of time with him.
I understand that we have just reached a supernatural event, so that will come into effect shortly. But as you say this, Jackie, you hear the sound of your mum's car starting down the road, and your mum just patiently, but you can see her breathing deeply as she just tries to hold in all of this emotion, as she just looks down at the steering wheel and just waits.
Can you guys try to figure out who they're confusing him with so we can get him out of there?
Yes, we can. I'm sorry. They always end up finding the real bad guy, right? Like, they can't put the wrong person in jail forever.
I mean, yeah, they can.
Oh, well, I'm sure you can visit a million times if you want.
He needs to be home with us.
We can steal him out.
I mean,
I'm
I
gonna
do know my
go
way
see him,
around.
but if you guys could try to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, we could figure it out. They're not gonna keep him there forever.
It's just gonna make Jackie cry harder, and she's gonna walk to the car.
As Jackie walks away, I am going to implement our supernatural event. As students swarm all around you, and off in the distance, past the crowds, Darla, you see a familiar sight. Off in one of the streets in the distance, a familiar dog moving and turning its direction towards Jenkins High before
Darla's
darting
not
off.
even going to say anything. She's going to run like Eli did.
Okay.
These kids just running away.
So, can you make a move check for me? And you need 2 successes for this. And Jane, you watch as Darla just runs off down the opposite direction to that which Eli did, as she
And then
just
I have a bless.
legs it down the street.
I succeed.
Okay.
I succeed. I have another bless. Yeah.
Lovely. And Jane, what are you doing as Darla rushes off in one direction? You can see that Artie is next to you and just... Whoa! Darla! Hey.
Hey.
What level of friendship are we, by the way? I was going to ask that.
I would say we're at like a... Now that I know there could be percents, maybe 1.7.
Percent? Or...
1.7 out of 5.
Oh, okay. No, that's okay. That's
That's
nice.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't die for you, but I wouldn't steal from you.
Okay, cool. That's good to know. I'm gonna run after Darla. So I will be seeing you.
Should I run the other way? What am I supposed to do? I thought, you know, I don't see myself as having a lot of responsibilities, but now we're in this silly whole thing, and I feel like I have to do something, or I'm the one that doesn't do anything.
I don't know. I'm gonna run. So I'll see you if you're coming. And he just starts to run off as you were just left alone amongst a sea of students, and you can see Jackie's car just slowly begin to drive off as well as you are left alone.
Jane just sits on the curb of wherever she's near and takes a pretzel out of her pocket that's been in there for 4 days and eats it.
As you do so, you just see some shoes come into your vision, one of which is undone and the shoelaces are sort of flapping with every step, but they sort of come to stop in front of you, and then coming into your vision, you see a bag of chips just placed down, and you hear a voice just say, these might be a little less stale. And as you look up, you see the girl that was writing on the bleachers earlier. Tall girl, long red hair, and you can see, much as she had earlier, there is a very large stack of books just in her arms. You can have these. I'm probably not going to eat them. So,
Okay, why are you giving me something for free? What do you want?
you're eating a stale pretzel.
I know
so
how the
if-
world works. What do you want?
Oh, okay.
I'll do it.
Oh, okay. Well, you want to have a look at some drawings I've been doing?
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Maybe I've seen you draw a bit, so maybe you can give me some constructive feedback, maybe?
Okay.
Okay, this is a very confrontational way to begin, but okay. And she just sits down next to you and pulls out a notepad and just... So you can see that across lined paper, there is a large hand-drawn map of Eden Falls, complete with Paradise Lost Trailer Park, the Scrapyards, Eden Forest, and as you look over them, you can see that there are certain areas that are marked, and you can see particularly there are red markings around the 3 cooling loop towers. And you can see that as you flick through the pages, there are a number of different drawings and notes about the loop, as the girl just sits next to you and, so, yeah, any good? It would be good to have an artistic eye, so...
I stare at these maps, and then I look at her. I'm like, "Are you a spy? What is all this?"
No, I like reading. I like to read and research and
Research what?
Okay. I like to research. Okay, so I'm fascinated by the loop specifically. I have no idea what it does, but I am intrigued. I'm not like a conspiracy nut or anything. I'm not like tinfoil around the head or anything like that. But yeah, I want to know what its whole deal is. You know. Yeah, but
Well, what is its deal? I want to know its deal now too.
well, I don't know, but what I have been looking into all of today, and she sort of brings her books across. I'm looking into the blackout at the moment. I've kind of been skipping classes all day, and I was in the library when it was happening. I was there at night, and I probably shouldn't have been. But anyway, that details, unimportant details. But what is interesting about the blackout is how it happened, because at first I thought it was something to do with the loop. I thought it was originating from there, but that doesn't seem to be it. So I stayed awake all night looking at it. I've been researching it all day, and it didn't happen instantaneously.
What?
So it seemed to happen in waves, and she flicks over to the page with the map on again, and so as you can see, it kind of rippled outwards. So see, these circles are the different times that different parts of the town were affected. So as you can see, first it was the forest, and then it was the outskirts, then the suburbs, and before hitting the town centre and then the coast. But it's not just the lights, it was the robots as well. So newspaper delivery bots, gardening bots, everything, except, and this is the interesting thing, except apparently for the one that attacked the cabin right here. So
What?
yeah, so I like, I'm not a robots person. I don't really know, but I guess my question is why? Why does a peaceful robot just change its programming, and what causes it to do that? So yeah, that's my current hyper-focus.
Well, yeah, you're never supposed to trust robots. They will always go against us eventually, but you have to pretend to be their friends so that when the world takes over, they remember that you gave them washers. But maybe we should explore labor later, but don't tell anybody about all of this. Except me, and we can be friends.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
This
Danielle.
took us to a 2 out of 5 already.
Oh, okay. We're ranking friendships now. Okay, well, I'm gonna give you a solid 3, if that's okay.
Okay, fine. Then it's a 3 for me, too.
Oh, okay.
Make it a 4.
Okay, why not 5?
Okay, we're best friends now, but don't tell
okay.
anybody about any of this.
I won't. I'm Danielle, Danny. But it's nice to meet you. And it's Jane, right?
Yes. Just
Cool.
Jane. It doesn't stand for anything at all. It's just 4 letters, and that's it. So I will call you Danny, because that is 4 letters. I think 4-letter names are better. Because who needs all the extra letters?
Couldn't agree more.
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. As she brings out her books and continues passing them across to you, Eli, hiding in the bushes outside of the hospital, you watch as patients move in and out of the building. You see as people move in and out of cars and drive in and out. But as you stand there, keeping an eye on the unmoving black van, you watch as an individual steps out of the hospital doors. And through the small crowd, you see a man in a burgundy suit, looking the spitting image of an older John Logan. And as you see the man approach the black van, an individual steps out and opens the car door for him. The same individual that cornered your sister just yesterday. Dark suit, earpiece, and closely cropped dark hair. The man who called himself Matson. And as the two men meet in front of the car, you see them both stop and converse in hushed tones next to the van. You're a little too far away to hear, but what are you doing?
Oh no. Okay. I'm gonna try to sneak to the other side of the van. All like, Kronk from Emperor's New Groove. I'm just gonna stealthily banana, and just like try to sit behind the van and listen.
Okay, so can you make a sneak check for me? I need 2 successes.
I hope I have some blesses.
Chat, can we get some blesses for Eli? It's $20.
I got 1.
Wait, hang on.
Okay.
Chat delay.
We don't have blesses for Eli.
Okay, so 1. I will say that with a 1, you overhear the following. Turns out my son is a poor judge of character. The girl's head is empty. She saw nothing and remembers nothing. Isn't that a good thing? Yes, but it doesn't help us in locating the asset, does it? Which one, sir? The robot? The box? Pick one. Sorry, sir. Any sign of the old man in the woods? Not yet. But Mr. Logan, Maya Hirsch has been in touch again. She is quite keen for the oil rig acquisition to be finalized. Well, that makes 2 of us. Yeah, but she seems worried that if her tracks aren't covered quickly, there is a possibility of someone uncovering the specifics of the arrangement. How altruistic of her. Alright. Organize a meeting for Friday at the town hall. What about your son's football game? I said Friday. And with that, Logan steps into the black van. And as the door closes, you see steps coming round the corner, Eli, as Matson's face comes round the back of the van and immediately clocks you.
Oh.
Hey, you're that kid I spoke to yesterday.
What do you mean?
Don't play games with me, kid. What are you doing pressed up against the van?
Oh, I was just coming to visit my friend who's in this hospital. And there was, it's really sunny out and there's some shade behind the van. I just needed a break. Come on, I'm a big guy. It's hot out.
Make a charm check for me. You need 2 successes.
Where are these blesses, please?
Don't we have luck already? By default? Or no?
You do, yes. So you can use luck to re-roll if you would like.
Okay.
Don't need it.
Don't even need it.
Charming.
As Matson looks you up and down, and you can see him just eyeing you through these dark sunglasses he wears, you hear next to you as one of the tinted windows slowly lowers. You're Eli, right? As Mr. Logan just leans out.
Hi, sir. Have we met? I think we have.
No, but I have seen photos of you, yearbooks and football photos, and my son speaks very highly of you. You are the self-proclaimed Sparrow.
Your son,
I am John's dad, Robin.
Little John's dad. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Little John, I am Big Bob, you might say.
Big Bob, Little John. That's amazing. Hey, don't worry about it. Me and your son are gonna dominate this Friday. It'll be great. Try and change the subject.
I am sure you will be. Well, we have to get off, but it was lovely to see you. I'm afraid I won't be able to make it on Friday, but other business, you know how it is.
It's okay. My dad won't be there either. I mean, I understand. Okay, I'll stop using your van as shade. I think I have a friend who's hospitalized here. I gotta go, and I just walk away.
Matson just grabs your arm as you pass, gently, not overly firmly, but he just whispers in your ear, "Hope I don't see you too soon, kid."
Stay away from my sister, and you won't.
Stay away from my boss.
Yes, sir.
All right. Say hi to your friend. And stepping off, he heads into the car. As Jackie, you drive. You drive until eventually you come to the police precinct. It is a small, one-story building, and the police station in Eden Falls, there isn't a lot of crime. It is a sleepy, suburban American town. There is not a lot going on, and as a result, the police are a fairly friendly presence within Eden Falls. They are mostly community officers, and Sheriff Mitchell, with the exception of a couple of individuals who have fairly regular run-ins with her, similarly has a fairly stern but open approach to her patrols around town and with those who come to her with various problems and missing persons. But as you approach this small one-story building with a flat roof and police cars outside, you and your mum step on out, and heading towards the reception area, your mum explains the situation to the officers on duty, and after some hushed discussions behind the desk, they nod and they agree to take you through to one of the holding cells. And as the door opens, Sheriff Mitchell just turns to you both and, I'll be waiting outside, but take as long as you want, all right? And she steps back, and you can see that behind bars and sat on a fold-down bed, your father, looking fairly haggard and pale, just sits there and, "Hey, sport," and he heads on over to the bars and just puts his arms through to try and hug you.
Jackie's gonna be reaching as, like, pressing herself up against the bars to hug him.
Oh, whoa, careful, Hey, don't worry, it's okay, this is all blow over. How are you doing?
I'm ready to give them a piece of my mind, Dad. You're not supposed to be in here.
I wouldn't do that, sport. I wouldn't do that. They got a job to do. They got a job. And you see your mum just reach through the bars and put a hand on his shoulder and, I'm okay. So, I've told them everything I know. I told them that I was out hunting and I came and found all of you and helped take your friend Chloe to her parents, but, yeah, they, apparently someone reported seeing me in the forest near the cabin, and, you know, with the connection with your mom's robot, they got
Dad,
us.
you have an alibi. Like, me, all my friends saw you.
Honey, you saw me after the event. you saw me after. My movements can't be accounted for beforehand. I know it's dumb. I know, but. And as he moves away from the bars, he starts hacking quite violently as he. Oh. But don't hate them for just. They're looking around where I was. I told them about the strange doohickey that I found, the flashing light on the end of it, and I've told them everything I know. They're searching the forest. They're doing everything they can. Okay.
Well, they're barking up the wrong tree, Dad. Like, anyone that can look at you can know that you're not in any shape to be doing any of the stuff that they're accusing you of.
I know.
And if they're gonna look at you and see that, then if their brains were made of leather, they wouldn't have enough to saddle a June bug, Dad.
I know, Jack. I know. And he reaches out and brushes your hair and just holds your cheek and just, I'll be out soon. I'm sure I will be. And just...
You're going to be. I'm going to make sure.
I know you will. But in the meantime, I need you to promise me one thing, okay? Well, two things, technically. I need you to look after your mom. All right? You got that? Okay.
10-4.
And the other... 10-4. And the other thing I need you to do, Jack, just do your absolute best, all right? Just excel. You already do, but just be you. That's all I ask for, okay? Just be you, okay?
Okay, but only because you asked.
Okay, because you wouldn't otherwise, right?
No, I'd do my worst. I wouldn't do anything.
Don't you? You make me laugh. Yeah, Jack.
I love you. A bushel and a peck and a hug around the neck.
Oh, right back at you, kiddo. Right back at you. I love you so much. I love you. And I'm sorry for how this all turned out. I'm sorry. But it'll come out.
Hey, don't get too comfortable in here, because I'm going to get you out before nightfall, and you're going to sleep in your own bed tonight.
Well, don't let the cops hear you say that, too. Otherwise, they'll think you're planning on springing me out.
Huh. Well, I can't promise my friends aren't going to try.
He suddenly becomes very serious, having met all of your friends, and no, really, don't do that. That will mess everything up, all right, Jack?
I want to do it by the book, Dad.
Okay, good. Just making sure you keep your friends in line, okay?
I will.
Okay, good. All right, well, I can see the sheriff hovering over there. Have a good night, and he breaks off and looks to your mum, and your mum just leans through the bars and just kisses his cheek and just goes, "It'll be fine, okay? It'll be fine. We got you out here, you got you in here, all right? We're a team. All three of us." I know. And we got a terrific leader right here. All right. Well, see you when I see you, I guess.
See you when we see you, Dad.
Love you, sport.
Love you too.
He steps back and just watches the two of you as you head on out, and Sheriff Mitchell just closes the door and... Look, I am sorry. This isn't easy, but I do promise you we are scouring the forest, and we are trying to corroborate your dad's story, okay?
You save your apologies for when you realize how wrong you are, and that you put the wrong man behind bars. And you took away my dad from me.
Okay, well, Okay, Miss Elliot, and sort of reaches towards your mum and holds out a hand, and you see your mum just look at it and, I'm alright, thank you. And putting her arm around your shoulder, Jackie, she heads on out. As Darla, you run. You run through town and through the suburbs. And every so often you think you might have lost the dog, but every so often you look and you see at the end of the street just this animal just turn and look in your direction and then dart off again as you continue running after it. Were it not for the circumstances, it would almost be fun. But you run, and you run, and you run. Until eventually you find yourself being led to an area that you were only the night before. At the party, before you went, Jackie took you to a place of scrap metal and parts and vehicles. The scrapyard lies ahead of you as the dog disappears behind its walls of corrugated iron.
A damn dog. She's gonna keep running after it.
You do so. And as you approach, you can see that it is currently being locked up by Mr. Seymour, who's a little overweight and is wearing overalls, and you can see white, wispy, thinning hair just flying in the breeze, and he turns round to you and, well, hi there, you were, Jackie's friend, right?
Yeah, exactly. Can I go in there?
You
I lost my dog.
dropped something yesterday,
No, my
or?
dog's in there. I gotta get in there. You're wasting my time.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Shut up. Okay. And he just starts to open up again. And
She just busts through.
I'll be right here if you need anything.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. And you see him just light up a cigarette as he stands to one side, and you enter into the vast maze of stacked cars and magnetrine discs and scrap and metal in various forms of disrepair. What are you doing?
Would I have seen where the dog, ran off to, or at least directional? Or...
It is very quiet. All there is the soft sound of the wind and the birds echoing around the metal chambers of the scrapyard.
Is there anything that would seem used a lot, or a place that is walked around a bit? Dog footprints, or I don't know, a dog nest.
I will say, make an investigate check for me.
Yeah, sure. I'm super great at that. Super great. 0.
0. You see nothing. You can use luck to re-roll if you would like. However, this would potentially incur a condition if you do not succeed.
I'll do it. I gotta know where that dog went. Oh, 1 success.
1 success. So, looking around, you see paw prints. It takes you a while to find them. I would say probably around 15 minutes or so, until eventually you see fresh paw prints. And intermingled with them, also fairly recent footprints. And they seem to be moving through the scrapyard. No particular pattern. Until eventually you come to a large, rusted car. And you see that the trunk is open. And it is here that the footprints stop, before then moving off again towards the walls of the scrapyard.
What size are these footprints?
Fairly large and booted. They look, and I will actually say, with your success, not only do you see large sort of booted footprints, you also see two other older footprints. Very, very large ones. Probably from the night before, and around the same age as those footprints, much, much smaller ones.
Knowing
And
that
they-
Jackie hangs out here, she would probably note that those are at least Jackie's footprints.
But you do notice that these particular sets of footprints moved all around this car last night. The paw prints and the boots, they are singular, and they are more recent, and they are now gone.
Eli did say they hid something. She's looking in this trunk. Is there anything at all in there?
It is empty. Entirely empty.
Where do these paw prints go after? Or
Towards
the
the wall.
boot ones?
Towards the walls of the scrapyard.
Are they climbable walls?
Seem to be, yeah, especially for someone as spry as you.
There she goes.
You climb, and I'm going to need you to make a move check for me, please.
For success.
You climb, and I will say with that many successes, you climb fast. And as you come to the top of this wall, just bits of metal moving up towards the edge and the top of this corrugated iron fence that surrounds the scrapyard, you see off in the distance two figures, one dog, one man, moving away towards Eden Forest.
Do they notice me?
They do not.
I
no.
love that for me.
But you see that the man has over his shoulder a bag, and in his hand a large pole that is blinking very quickly.
Is it red now?
It is
Oh.
red.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to continue pursuing, but not as loudly.
Okay. So I'm going to need you to make a sneak roll. As back in Eden Falls, in the hospital, Chloe, you are slowly moved from your bed towards the prerequisite wheelchair to be wheeled out to the front entrance as your dad goes, right, I'll meet you out front. And as he heads on down, you hear a doom, 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 doom down the corridor as you turn and you see a very large familiar figure running down the corridor towards you.
Hi. Okay. So you're fine and like everything's good. Like you're not, Coach says when we hit our heads really hard, we could be like, have problems, but you're good. Everything is fine.
Yeah, no, everything's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I thought you were supposed to like, because sometimes if you get like a frontal lobe injury, like the front of your head, you end up being like a serial killer later in life. So I thought that's what you meant. I wasn't saying that like you are all serial killers. That would be weird. I'm sorry.
You just bonk your head. That's fine. Okay, this is a lot, but did anybody come and talk to you that you didn't know or seemed a little off?
No, like my, I mean, I think off like how?
So I don't know how much you remember about the cabin and everything. But there's some things happening and there's some kind of sketchy people asking questions, and I want to make sure they don't know. This is really hard to say because I'm trying to be secretive, because I sometimes just blurt things out.
Oh, do you want to like whisper about it, or is it like?
Did anybody who looks like they might work for the government
I
come
was
by?
about to say government people.
Government
No,
people.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, government people. No, no government people spoke to me or anything. Just like doctors,
Okay.
but I don't really know if they count because they're paid by the government. But
No, we won't. We won't count them.
no.
Okay.
Yeah. Why do you think that? Are people like asking you stuff? Like people from the government are asking you stuff?
People are not asking me stuff. I think once we're out of here and we can, once you're better and we all can meet up again, I think I have some things that I need to tell everybody.
Oh.
Because you all might understand better than me, but there's some things happening.
Okay. Do you mean like the football guys and me, or who's everybody?
The football guys.
Yeah, you're the guy. I mean, sorry, I don't know who I was knocked out. I guess you guys hung out a lot without me, or I mean, like you hung out with some people without me, which is fine. Obviously, I just don't know what's going on, like at all. Chloe was Chloe, right?
It's hard to explain. Okay, so do you remember, everyone who came to the party? Do you remember who you came with?
Yes.
Okay, so
Do you know who I came with?
yes.
Yes. Who was it? You say it first.
What? Do you think I'm a government person?
No, I don't. It's just, no, because I came with my contact, and I don't know if you know who my contact is, but obviously you don't.
Oh, I know who your party connoisseur.
Yeah. Who is it?
Connoisseur. Okay, so there was Jane, Jack Attack, Dank Darla. Do these names ring a bell?
Yeah, Jackie and Darla rings a bell. But yeah, so my party contact, you don't remember who that is specifically. That's fine. Yes, so I'm guessing those are people that you've been hanging out with.
Oh, there's a lot we have to tell you. I just, I don't know how to explain it. We got you to the hospital and everything was good, though.
Nice, thank you all.
Yeah, how about this? You get better, and when you're better,
I'm okay.
well, I mean when you're able to leave. Oh, okay. Well, how about
we can.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, okay.
Because we gotta find some people, and I gotta tell you all about a lot of things, and I don't know who we can trust. I know that sounds scary.
That does sound scary, actually.
But it might be okay that it's scary because there's some things happening.
Okay. You know what? I have learned that just because something makes you feel bad doesn't mean that it's bad. So maybe even though we're scared, that doesn't mean that the thing is scary.
Okay, I'll phrase it like this. You know Jack Attack, right?
Yes. I know of
Jack's father just got arrested.
Oh, that's why he was asking me about Jackie's dad.
Who?
Well, the country club?
Yes.
Yeah. So the guy that owns the country club, I'm friends with his son, and the guy who owns the country club, Mr. Logan, he came and visited me when I was sick, and he was asking me about Jackie's dad.
Do you remember his name?
Yeah, is Mr. Logan?
Government people.
He's not government people.
No, okay. If you see him, we didn't talk, and there's a lot I gotta fill you in. I may or may not have seen him with government people in the government people van. They might be, I don't know.
Are you sure? Because he's very, like like the country club is like his money, like he earned. So I don't know why he would be talking to like government people about stuff.
That's what government people do. They try to deceive. I've seen this in movies.
I'm so not getting it. Okay. Well,
Okay.
let's go.
I'll try to. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Jack might be able to explain it a little better because Jack is better with words than I am, and has so many cool metaphors. The metaphors help a lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think they're smiles, not metaphors. Smiles.
Soliloquies.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah.
I knew it.
As you say this, Chloe, your mum comes around the corner and, all right, sweetie, I think I have everything. Oh, hello. You gonna introduce me to your friend? Hi.
Hi.
Himself.
Hi, I'm Eli. Elijah Sparrow.
Eli. I'm Shelley. I'm Chloe's mom. You came to visit. How lovely. You didn't tell me you had a lovely, strapping football friend.
Like 5 of those. Okay, I can't tell you about all of them.
Oh, well, okay.
Eli's my favorite, obviously.
Well, obviously. You came to see her out?
Yeah, we know each other from school, and I just wanted to come by and make sure everything's okay. And,
Mom,
we're
actually dating, so please don't tell Dad or anyone at work about this.
Oh, my. Oh,
okay, because no one can know that we know each other.
Well, Eli, it is such a pleasure to meet you. Chloe, and she just sort of nudges you and goes, Eli, if you wouldn't mind holding my bags, and then I can guide Chloe out, and I'll see the two of you off in your train. And she just starts to push you out, Chloe, as you are taken out to the front of the hospital where your dad's car is waiting, and he sort of leans out and, oh, another friend of yours, Chloe. Hi, my name is Jeff.
Hi, I'm Elijah Sparrow.
Elijah Sparrow, lovely. And Shelley just moves and whispers something in your dad's ear, and he...
Oh, no. Mom. Stop, Mom.
Oh,
Dad, Mom.
Sorry.
No, Dad. Sorry, Mom is trying to tell you about an embarrassing period thing that was in there. It's very embarrassing, but I was initially
it's fine. You don't need to tell me that. No, that's okay.
No, Dad, this is Eli. He goes to my school. We just ran into each other at the hospital randomly. Isn't that crazy? That's like so weird.
Lovely.
Here is your bag, ma'am.
Thank you very much. He's so nice, Chloe. I hope I will see both of you. Well, Eli, how is your tennis hand?
I've never played tennis, ma'am.
Well, I happen to be a teacher. Chloe is also very good, and you are welcome at the country club any time, Eli. I would love to get to know you better.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
You're so welcome, sir. My ma'am.
I love you, Mom. You're the coolest. Okay.
I love you too. Okay.
And he's so shy about stuff, so just like I might bring him to the country club maybe, but remember it's like a secret.
Okay, sure thing. He's very lovely. Oh, okay. Bye. Okay, bye. Jeff, I will see you soon. And your dad just. Bye, Shelley.
Bye, sir. Goodbye, ma'am.
Chloe, I'm just about to go pick up your sister, but Eli, you need a lift anywhere at all?
Oh, no, thank you. We have a big game Friday. I gotta run. I gotta keep up the heart rate, you know?
Wow.
That's actually inspiring. Eli, do you think that I should also like get into walking and like that kind of thing?
Yeah, it's coach says it's really good for your mentality health.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Dad, is it cool if I just like walk home?
I mean, are you feeling up to it?
Yeah, no, I feel totally fine. Like I'm not dizzy or anything. I'm gonna like try and do a straight line walk thingy.
Make a move check for me, please. Just one success.
Okay. Move check. 1 success.
You manage to walk in a straight line, and your dad just looks and, all right, well, do you want to pick your sister up, walk her home?
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
Okay, lovely. Well, in which case, I'm sure your mom will have dinner on the table when you get back, and yeah, we'll
You mean
see you at
Charlotte?
home.
Do you mean Charlotte?
Yeah, you're yeah. Sure. Yeah, Charlotte. Yeah. Well, I'll see you both later. Eli, thanks for visiting, and we'll hopefully see you soon.
Yes, sir. It was great meeting you, sir.
You too. You too, Eli. Okay, well, don't have too much fun. And with that, he drives off and leaves the two of you alone. Where are you headed?
I hope that was okay. It's just, she works with the guy from the government, and she totally would have told him and everyone she works with about you if I hadn't said we were dating and made it this big whole secret thing. But hopefully you were okay with that, which I didn't check beforehand.
If it was to get the government people to not ask questions, I am involved, and I get it. And also, it helped a little because your mom was freaking me out.
Hi.
It's just asking a little too friendly. My mom said to be prepared for people to be a little too friendly because I'm tall and it makes me look older. So I had to be sure.
Okay, but like my mom, like, okay, obviously that would be like creepy and weird. So hopefully, I hope she wasn't doing that. Ew. But do you think that she like, because she is pretty though, right? Like not in like a you would want to be with her way, but like, do you think that if you were an adult man and she spoke to you, like that would be you'd be into that, right? Because she's pretty. Because I think she's really pretty.
My mom told me this. It's kind of like entrapment, so I don't know how to answer this question. I don't think there's a yes or a no, and I think we should find our friends.
No, because like I really want. How no? Because I want her to get with government guy. This is terrible. Okay, you need to find my mom like a new boyfriend, please. If you or your mom or your dad know anybody that are really good looking, because I was gonna hook her up with Mr. Logan, but obviously
Don't do that.
I won't now. Or should I? For like investigation.
We have to talk to someone smarter than me. I think Small Jane might know. Small Jane's good at reading people.
Jane
and is very honest.
Yes. I bet. Yes. Okay, that's a good idea. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I got really excited. I thought we were really... Sorry, I love Get Smart. It's like a spy thing. I was just really in my like Agent 99 moment, and I'm sorry for just... Okay.
Okay. I think we should go back to the school if you're okay with that, because I did not tell them. I just ran away, I'll be honest. I saw the van, and I needed to know where it was going, because now that we're out of the hospital, those same people in that van, or at least one of them, interrogated my little sister at the school. And I was not okay with that, and I needed to know what they were up to, because they were asking some really weird questions, and I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, I have like 5 different things there. How'd they interrogate her at the school?
It was after school, and that black van pulled up, and they were asking about a cube and like robot stuff, and was like super pushy, and I knew they were government people. They had the sunglasses and the black suit, totally government people.
Okay. Yeah, they don't sound like the cool spy people at all. They sound like the bad ones, the ones that like cover stuff up instead of like finding stuff out. So that means that if there is no cool spy people here, they're the ones that are finding stuff out. That's gonna have to be us. And also your sister. If you want, maybe.
We'll ask her.
Okay, we can ask her.
She's clever.
This is good. Okay, this is good. Okay, I have a plan.
Okay.
So whenever you want to talk about secret stuff, that's like secret stuff, but we're like around people,
we just say cone of silence, okay? And then we like go and talk to each other one-on-one. Okay?
Could we also... Okay, hear me out. What if we're in a place where we can't talk to each other because it's too loud? Could I just do this like a cone?
Yeah.
So
we
if you
can
see me
go
do
into
this,
Yeah.
then we go.
Yeah, I think that works. That's good.
Okay, so now we got to go tell our friends about it. Let's go back to the school. I hope they're still there. It's been a bit, but that's all I know. So maybe we should do that.
As we walk, really quickly though, what's your favorite number?
7.
7. Okay, Agent 7. Okay, got it.
I like that.
I'm
Thank
Agent
you.
14.
Agent 14. Okay.
And you're like, yeah, this is good. Okay.
So, as you two make your way back to the school to meet with Jane, Jackie, you and your mum are driving back towards your home. And it's been silent as your mum has just sort of gazed out of the window and looking at the passing houses and the wilderness as you increasingly move out of the town and into the suburbs and beyond. When in the distance, just as your eyes reflexively look towards the scrapyard as it passes, you see a figure jumping off the walls and headed towards Eden Forest. And you can see that next to her, or shortly catching up with her, you can see the beleaguered form of Artie running and panting, and you can see that Darla is moving away from the scrapyard toward Eden Forest.
She's gonna drum on the dashboard.
Mom.
Yeah,
Can you
sorry.
stop the car?
Yeah, sure, okay. And she just immediately, without questioning, just pulls to a stop. And what is it, honey? You okay? You need to go back for?
No, I gotta go by the scrapyard real quick. I'll be home by nightfall.
All right, by nightfall, okay?
Right.
Okay. I love you. Do you need me to leave out any dinner for you, or you?
No. I'll be fine. If I'm hungry, I'll heat something up. I'll be right back.
Okay.
And she's gonna run.
And you do so. And as you do, you catch up with Artie, who is just, oh my god, Jackie, hi. Oh.
I don't know anyone who would pick you as a running partner. Artie, what's going on?
Well, I'm not really a partner. I've been running after Darla. She's off in that direction. We run towards the woods. She went into the scrapyard and she's
I'm
running
gonna grab his hand and as he's explaining and like keep running, pulling him along.
Okay.
What were you both doing in there?
I haven't caught up with her yet, and as you run, you can see Darla getting closer and closer as she runs. Your small legs catching up with her just taller legs as Artie runs behind you. Hey, Darla! Oh my god!
Does she hear them?
Yeah, Darla, you hear this shout, and turning around over your shoulder, you can see both Jackie and Artie running after you.
She sees, but she does not stop. Because if she stops, then she will lose them.
Son of a bitch, come on! Okay. And Artie just continues running as eventually, Jackie, you run and you are neck and neck with Darla, running towards the edge of Eden Forest.
Sorry, did you just assume that Darla was slower?
Huh?
I said, did you just assume that Darla was slower?
No, just that Jackie is leggy. Unless roll opposing move checks. We'll settle this that way.
Oh god.
Well, no, now that you said that, I'm going to fail so bad. One success. But I would slow down a little bit and let her catch up.
You hear a very appreciative, Thank you. As Artie just falls back a bit behind the two of you.
Are you running from the scrapyard, or where are you going?
No, I saw the dog. And Jenkins, and he's got the light blinking, and it's very red, and I don't know. There were footprints
Was
around
he at
this
the
trunk that was
scrapyard?
open. What?
Was he at the scrapyard?
I would assume so. Because there were dog prints and big boots around this trunk.
We need
Which
to
your
catch up with
footprints were
him.
too, and then other large ones.
No, we need to catch up with him. Artie, you better get some more gas in your tank, bud.
Oh, okay, Jesus, okay. I can. Do you want me to tell the others, or I could come with, or what?
I don't know how you're going to track us in the forest if you leave us, so it's up to you.
Okay, I'm coming with then. Okay, all right. Okay, let's go. And he just immediately starts
Darla pats
running.
his back and just smiles at him.
I'm with you, Darla.
All right.
And as the two of you run in, Artie following behind, you dash into Eden Forest as the expanse of the outskirts of Eden Falls stretch out behind you. As slowly the sun begins to set in the distance. Jackie, as you are running through the woods after Darla, you suddenly realize that something is a little off about the weight in your bag. And looking over your shoulder, you see that the zip is open and flapping. Bug is not in there. As across town, Jane, as the crowds of people have slowly petered away and you and Danny are sat alone on the pavement, you hear a familiar over by one of the bushes.
Danny, did you hear that little sound over there?
No, I don't hear. What is?
I'm just gonna get up and immediately start trying to look for it.
Okay, make an investigate check for me.
Sounds
Just
good,
need
partner.
one success.
Did I do it?
You did.
Yay!
Coolest. Good job.
So as you look around, you can see just peeking out from behind some bushes, just large, round eyes, just as it just backs away into the bushes a little bit.
Bug, what the freak are you doing out here? You're supposed to be in the locker with Jackie.
And you see that it is looking frantically around, and as it does so, you look over in the direction that it is currently looking, and you can see two familiar individuals walking down the street towards you. One much taller than the other, as Eli and Chloe approach.
Danny, you want to just put this in your backpack really quick? And I try to just put Bug in Danny's backpack.
Danny is very confused as to what this is, as you just see her just holding Bug by the legs. He's just
Friendship 5 out of 5. Now put it in your bag.
Oh, okay. And you can see that as he is out and looking around, that Bug is frantically, his eyes are sort of moving independently of one another, just... And if you didn't know any better, he seems to be shaking with fear as he is put into the bag, and Danny is like, what is this thing? Is it like is this
Guy,
your robot?
okay? He's just a little guy, and he's not evil yet, so be nice.
Okay, and just sort of puts him into a bag as Eli, you and Chloe slowly approach Jane and this red-headed girl who sits sort of towering above her a little bit, quite tall, almost, it has to be said, as tall as you are, Eli. She is very, very tall, coming up to your shoulder.
Small Jane!
What's up?
Hey, are you okay? First.
I'm freaking good, and nothing's crazy's going on. Well, there is. You ran after a car. Darla ran after a car. It was really kind of weird and annoying, but what did you save the day?
Wait. Darla did what?
Oh, Darla ran the other way. I assume you guys were like on opposite teams and like you're doing something. I got chips and a friend.
Oh, hi, I'm Elijah.
Yeah, look how tall they are. They're pretty much taller than you, and they're my best friend. 5 out of 5 friendship.
Yeah, we're best friends now. Hi, I'm Danny. Hi.
Hi, Danny. I'm Chloe.
Danny's freaking awesome, and my best friend.
Yeah,
And we're gonna start to share secrets with each other, and no one will know them, because that's what you do with 5 out of 5.
Yeah, speaking of secrets, are they, and she points towards the backpack, and do they,
No.
Okay, hi, and it's Chloe, right?
Yeah, that's my stupid friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hi.
Hi. Yeah, I've seen you play tennis. You're awesome. Really cool.
Thank you.
That's okay. Your head, are you all right? I heard you got knocked around in the party yesterday.
Yeah. Thanks for asking. No, I'm okay. Thank you for asking. Just like I'm not looking at Jane. Yeah, I got knocked out yesterday, but I'm totally fine now. I think it was just like a brief like bump and unconsciousness for a whole night thing. So if I come off kind of dumb, like it's not that injury.
Okay. Well, I gotta go and see my mom, but Jane, really nice being immediate best friends with you. really cool.
Yeah, just put some washers in your backpack later. Okay, bye.
Okay, am I keeping okay, well, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll give you that thing.
Right.
Okay, cool. Okay, bye.
Bye.
And with that, she just sort of heads off with the backpack that Jane, beknownst only to you, you can see like a soft shuddering in the bag as Danny moves away, leaving the three of you alone.
Small Jane. Smallest Jane.
Tall Eli.
What was that about?
What was what about?
You are hiding something, and I know when you're hiding something because you never hide anything.
I've never hid something in my life, so I wouldn't even know what you're saying.
Okay, well,
I'm a neutral third party here, so I don't anything either.
Sure, you and Chloe good friends now?
Chloe, do you know Jane really well, or?
Well, I think Jane asked the question, so I'll answer that one first.
Yeah, why don't you answer first, Chloe? Maybe you want to answer that.
Which one am I? Which one am I answering?
If you and you know each other really well. Do we know each other well?
Oh, I like the one you asked, Eli. I don't
really. I like the one Elijah asked.
But what Elijah asked, I like. You know what, Elijah? Actually, how close are you and Jane?
Well, how close am I and you? And how close are all three of us? And how unclose am I and you? And why do I sleep outside? And what else other questions do you have?
Okay, sorry, this was a thing where you sort of were setting the pace for us telling people things, but the pace now seems to be off the rails. So you sleep outside because your grandpa moved in because he needed your mom to look after him.
Why do you know all this stuff about my life?
because we're a step sibling. This is a big deal to me. You're the one who this is a big deal to.
No, it was always
I'm
a big
fine
deal
with
to
this.
you. You're
No, it
not
was
fine
to
with
you
it.
because you
No,
didn't want to know
I'm the
that
one
I
that's your
knew you
party
because you thought I
associate.
was lame, and then you're because
I don't think you're
was
lame. I think you
invited
trying to be
come.
cool is lame, but I never
I
wanted
am
to hide
trying to be
anything.
cool. I just am
Okay,
cool. Like,
team.
I know you know what that
Annoying.
looks like,
Listen to
but-
me. Are we good? Everyone? Okay, Coach goes at attention. Everyone heels together. Do it with me.
What?
Do it with me.
Do what?
Okay.
Put your heels together, duh. Like your feet.
Like my feet? I don't use sports terms, okay? I've
I'm
never even
sorry,
done a
it's the only
push-up.
thing I
Heels of the
knew how
feet,
to
dummy.
do. Okay, so I could clearly I was not supposed to know that, or I was, and it was
No, it's fine now because Jane's said, like Jane asked. So just don't tell anyone else that Jane isn't cool with you telling.
It kind of seems like you both are not cool with people knowing. So how about
Freaking
this?
cool with everybody knowing every detail of my freaking life.
How about friendship pact? I'll tell you two something about me that no one else knows, and then you have my trust that I couldn't say anything to anybody, or else you could tell my secret.
I don't mind if you tell people.
Okay,
I
make it
don't want you
good.
sharing a secret with me out of like obligation or something.
Oh, it's
Make
not
it good,
obligation.
You
make
can
it
tell her
good.
the secret. I don't.
Make it good.
It's just it's okay. I kind of learned this from sports. We call it like a little pact, so we know that we are on the same page. All I know is sports. I'm sorry. I'm trying to not just know
It's
sports,
okay.
but
I'm just saying that we are already on the same page, Eli.
Okay.
But if you would like to share it with Jane and I happen to be here, that is fine as well.
Yeah, I would love to
Okay.
know your secrets.
Small Jane. I'm gonna
Yes.
crouch down. So you told me a family secret, or I guess I kind of found out. I haven't told anyone in the town yet, but me and my sister are adopted.
Oh.
So your teacher at the school, that's not my biological mom, or my sister's biological mom, but we haven't really told anyone, and that's kind of why we showed up at some point, kind of out of nowhere.
So
But now,
That's cool.
within the last couple years, but that's my family secret. Now I know your family secret-ish. You're cool with it. You're not cool with it. I don't know. I can't comprehend. But now we have a little friendship pact. Is that better?
it was always fine, Eli, but I do appreciate you sharing that with me. Jane, what's your favorite number?
I thought you would know that by now.
Well, I didn't want to presume.
It's 82.
So you're Agent 82, and I'm Agent 14, and Eli's Agent 7.
Wait, do you
because
know more
we
spies
are-
too? Because I just met a spy.
Really?
You
Like a government?
Well, like kind of, like you.
did
know,
you talk
like...
to the government people?
No. Like they said they're not a spy, but like they're a spy. Wink. They're also one of my best friends, so I can't say anything, and you'll never know who they are.
Okay, so clearly it's Danny.
Danny.
It's not. You don't know. They go to a different place for school.
Small Jane, I've never heard you called anyone your best friend until just now when you introduced your best friend Danny.
They're not a spy. They're like a spy. Just
Okay. So Jane, is are you and your best friend Danny, who's a spy, are you guys coming to the pep rally next week?
Oh, what's gonna be there? Are they giving anything away, or is there?
Oh,
something...
so they are a spy and they are your best friend, and it is Danny then.
Oh no! What is that? What do you?
Yeah, because you didn't correct me.
Oh, well, God, you and your tactics. I'm
I'm a
glad you're
spy
feeling
agent.
better from the hospital.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I mean it. You probably think I'm being sarcastic, but I'm excited for you. I just don't really like to talk about boring stuff that is sad. But I'm glad you're alive
like
and
me
crap.
having a head injury that's like boring and sad to you.
Well, yeah,
feel like
because I don't
anything
want
that's
you to have
happened
to
to me
think
all
about it
Okay,
anymore.
attention!
Ugh.
Sorry, the heels are together. Sorry.
Okay, so
Buffalo soldier. Come to America.
What are you doing?
Just,
Oh,
we're in pro friends now, okay? But only because Eli said so.
Okay.
Buffalo soldier, come to America.
So, we have a lot to cover really quick. What did you give not the spy Danny, your best friend
Don't
Danny,
tell
because
lies.
Me and
you...
Give.
Okay, so how do I explain this really quickly and fast? Government people might be after us. We might be in trouble. I might have did something that caused a lot of issues. You know, the cabin exploding, your stepsister. I
Wait,
mean,
you did this to me?
Chloe being bonked. No, I didn't. Well, I might have tried to help, and then bad things happened because I tried to
Oh,
help. It
that's
happens
okay
a
then.
lot.
That's like romantic. That's like not in like a romantic way, but in like a drama way. Keep going. Sorry, you were blaming yourself for things.
Yeah, it was me. So I want to make sure that Danny is not in trouble for something that I might have done, or they're not in trouble
Me and
because
Danny, we just became best friends. So I don't want to ruin our trust because I've never been at level 5, you know? So I don't want to tell you about that I gave them or that I gave that they don't have anything that
bug.
well, I meant bug seeds. It's like a plant that I gave them to
Oh
try
my
out.
god, you gave Danny drugs?
No,
You gave Danny budsies? This is messed up. Why would you do that, Jane? That's
Okay,
not cool.
I put the robot in the backpack because you guys were running from different directions in different cars, and I didn't know what's going on. So I knew that Danny I could trust because we're level 5. So I gave them bug, put him in their backpack so that I can get back to Jackie. Okay?
Okay, Small Jane, for somebody who tries to do the right thing sometimes and messes up, you might have put Danny in danger.
Wait, why?
Because the government people talked about. Okay, so y'all don't know about the cube yet.
Well, I was
Love
you referenced
squares.
it to me, so I'm a bit.
So the cube might have caused the stuff at the cabin, and I brought it, but then I overheard the government people talking about a robot and a cube, and you just said small robot, and I don't know if it's that. We might have to go get that from Danny, because I don't want government people to go after your best friend.
Well, Danny just like walked away, right?
You all have been arguing for so long.
How would they
Okay,
know that it's
listen,
in their
I'm sorry,
backpack?
I'm a
Like, if
fast
anything, I'm
runner.
saving Bug. Like, I'm being a hero in a way.
But does Danny know about the government people?
Oh,
Isn't that
which is
better?
very good at mapotography or whatever it's called.
Cartography?
Sure.
The
So-
cartel? Drugs?
Yeah, probably. I don't know what that is, but yeah, probably. So it's probably
look.
be safe.
Okay, so hear me out. What if you two go find Danny and maybe get the robot, or tell Danny to not talk to any
Well, I mean, I'll
government
run
people?
faster than Jane, so like I can just go get Danny.
Okay, I guess I want to find Dank Darla because I have no idea where she ran off to. I don't know where Jack Attack is. We're scattered and I don't know what to do. We are a team. We need to be together.
Yeah, why don't we find everybody and where you can't run that fast.
And I can run pretty fast. I can run faster than you.
Really, you just had a head injury, so your brain cells are
Yeah,
gonna be
and I
slow.
can still run fast. I don't need my brain to run. My
Well,
brain
my
is
shoes
my
are more
body,
run ready
obviously.
than yours. Yours are all silly like. So
They're clean.
Okay, so Chloe, maybe catch up to Danny.
Yeah.
Small Jane, do you want to come with me? I want to go and try to find Jack. Maybe Jack's back at their house.
Yes.
I just want to suggest as well, if we all want to get everyone in one place, which seems to be like an issue, there is a basement at my house if we want to like hang out there.
Oh,
That
I'd
might
love
be a
to
good
go to your
idea.
house.
Okay, there's a basement at our house.
Thank you.
Okay, so Jane, you can come with me. We will go find Jack and hopefully Darla, and I want to get Artie there too because they also were at the cabin, and then we can meet back at your houses that belong to you.
Yeah.
It's just one house.
Yeah, it's my dad's house.
Yeah, it's pretty much yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
cool.
have
Okay.
a house of your own though. Like you do have one. I think it's just for you.
Go run, since you're so fast.
Fine. But I want to run anyway. I'm not doing it because you told me to.
Good, you're so buff and fit. Go run.
I am, yeah. Don't watch or anything. I mean,
I'm not gonna watch. Why would I want to watch? You're gonna be so fast I won't even see you.
Okay, Jane, do you run? Are you a runner?
No, I hate running. It's stupid.
Okay, hear me out. What if I pick you up, like piggyback ride style, and then we run because we have to go fast.
Yes. I love piggyback rides. Tell me when you're ready.
All right, and let's do this.
So, I need you, Eli, to make a move check for me as you are running and you have Jane on your back.
I want a piggyback ride. Come on.
What the heck is that?
I thought Eli
The
and
top
Chloe were
3 of
dating.
skills.
Why isn't he carrying her?
Hold on, I have to reload my character sheet because it's not working.
Okay.
That's
Do
okay.
I have to do a move check at all, Ed? For me running?
No, so I will say as you're
I'm just
running,
that fast.
you're very fast, and
Very
as you're running, you eventually catch up with Danny, who is just walking, and you see that they are just walking the streets of Eden Falls, presumably towards their home, as she just sort of turns and looks in your direction as you just run up behind her and, oh, hi, Chloe, sorry,
Hi. Hi, Danny. Hi. Pick a number.
Okay, 7.
Okay, no. Pick another number.
Okay, 6.
Okay, Agent 6. Okay, hi. I'm Chloe.
Hi.
You remember me? Hi. Okay.
Hi, yeah.
Oh my god, this is going to be so hard to do so fast. Okay, so I know that you and Jane are best friends. 5 out of 5, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, and I know that Jane gave you something in your backpack. I know about the plant in the backpack. I mean, the robotic plant inside your backpack.
Okay, so you're aware of all of that. Are you also aware? Are you also aware that you are being followed?
Why would I be being followed? I'm not doing anything suspicious.
She just nods over your shoulder.
I look over my shoulder.
Just peeking round the corner of the street, you see a black van just slowly driving.
They're driving way too slow to have been following me.
Okay, sure.
Do you wanna? What's the location that we're in right now? Like,
So it's a rather large, stretched out suburban street. There are houses all around, and you can see that it's slowly curving up the hill. It is basically the town of Eden Falls is essentially a basin next to the coastline that slowly moves up towards hills and slopes and the large, tall redwood forest of Eden Forest.
Okay. Okay. Idea? This is your house. You live here. This is your house. We're just gonna go in your backyard, like right now.
Okay.
Backyard that you live in. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Cool. I put my arm in Danny's.
You slowly make your way in, and can I ask you to make a sneak check for me, please?
Why would we need a sneak check? This is obviously Danny's house. 3 successes.
You move into the backyard and pressing yourselves against the edge of the house, you just peek your head around the side as the black van slowly moves off and past the property as you and Danny hide behind the house. Meanwhile, across town, Eli and Jane, where are you running to?
I think Eli would instinctively run to Jack's. No idea how far that is, but athleticism, let's go.
I'm still on that
Okay.
piggyback ride life, right?
Yes.
Sick.
So as you run, eventually you come to the home of Jackie and her mum, and you can see that the sun is now beginning to lower on the horizon. It is quite dark at this point, and as you arrive, you can see a truck just outside, and you can see one window down below. Just on.
I think we would just go knock on Jack's door and hope they're home.
You knock on the door, and it takes a little while for there to be an answer. But eventually, the door opens, and Jackie's mum, Di, opens the door, and you can see that her eyes are red and puffy, and she... Oh, hey, Eli. Hi, Jane. Jane, how's Chloe doing?
Oh, she's so great. She's so fast at running, and her head doesn't hurt anymore.
That's very specific, but good. I'm glad. You here to see Jack at all?
Yes.
Jack jumped out the car around an hour ago, near the scrapyard, ran off towards Eden Forest. I think, Darla, was it she saw on the horizon?
And they just ran to the scrapyard, or?
No, towards the forest. I don't know, I didn't ask, but they said they'd be back by nightfall if you want to wait around for them. I can put some sweet tea on, cold this time, obviously.
Okay, I mean, usually I would say I don't want to intrude, but I feel like this is it's very important. It's a very important project for school that I need to talk to Jack Attack about, because I have the big game coming up, so I have very limited time to work on it, so it's very urgent that I talk to Jack.
All right. Well, I mean, I can't imagine she's far into those woods. We can go grab her, or you can wait. It's entirely up to you.
Hey, Small Jane, what do you think? Should we maybe wait here?
I don't think we should wait at all.
So we go to the woods?
Yes.
Okay, Mrs. Jack Attack, in which direction? So if we go to the scrapyard, is it just straight in from there? Do you think?
Yeah, I think. Hopefully, in this lingering light, maybe not so much. But tell you what, I'll give you all a flashlight. And she reaches out and gives one to you, and make sure you bring it back, because that is for the workshop. But you should be able to catch their tracks. They made their way through the long grass like you wouldn't believe. So you should be able to find them. I think it was sort of a 20-minute walk in that direction. But we
can do it in 5, right, Jane? I'll
4.
Carry you. Okay, I know you're small, Jane, but 4 seems like a lot. We'll do it in 4. And one small other question: do you happen to have sometimes when we're on the field and we're too far apart, our coach has these radios that we can go and talk to each other. Do you have anything like that, just in case if we get separated again? And I don't want us to get lost in the woods.
I got just the thing. Hang on. And she leads you outside and into the workshop, and she brings out these 2 fairly large devices. They're sort of around the size of bricks, and I've been working on these for a little while, but here you go. Again, make sure you bring them back in good nick, okay? But you feel free to hold on to those as long as you want, all right?
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. No. This will be great.
No worries. You kids look out for yourselves, okay?
I just want to say I'm so sorry for the things that you're going through right now. I know, we're on the run and we got to find everybody, but I just want you to let you know that,
Yeah, we'll break him out of jail.
We won't. do that,
Oh,
but we could. We might be able to fix this.
we thought you were sad because your boyfriend guy's in jail, and we're gonna save him.
Well, look, it means a lot that y'all looking out for Jackie in the way that you are. Jack is... You don't need me to tell you this, but Jack's a very special kid, and I know for sure, they appreciate y'all very, very much.
Yeah, they're one of the nicest people at our school, so we're gonna do everything that we can. Now that we have these radio guys, we're not gonna die. Trust me, put it all in our hands.
Alright, well, you need anything, you just turn that knob there, and she gestures to the top of the radio. Turn it to 4. That's my wavelength.
4.
I'll be able to pick you up anything you say, anything you need, I'll come out and get you, alright?
Oh?
Okay, thank you so much. We'll find Jack and we'll get started on our little class project and everything will be good. And I appreciate this because this will make it easier to find them.
Alright. Well, get back before it gets too dark, alright?
Okay. Alright, Jane, hop on.
I jump on.
And we're off.
As you do so, Darla, Jackie, and Artie, you are running through the forest as the evening light gets dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. Can I ask you both to make investigate checks for me, please, as you run?
That worked out so well for us last time.
Yeah. All right, Darla, let's see what you got.
Whoa. Whoa.
Carry me!
1.
So, preoccupied as you are, Jackie, with making sure that Artie is keeping up with you, Darla, you are fixated on the ground ahead of you, looking all around, and as you run, you get the distinct sense that you are moving into an area that you have walked through before. You find yourself moving along the familiar paths that led you to the house party last night. And as you run, all 3 of you, kids through the woods, moonlight begins to rise. Its white light stretching through the dark redwood branches above you, stretching up and up and up, dwarfing even more so your small frames against the night sky. And through the trees, you see a light. Halogen lighting of a familiar gas station sign that simply reads, Logan Oil. And you once more see the dilapidated gas station. Moss, vines, roots and branches overtaking the entire structure as it sits there, silent, save for the soft buzz of halogen. And this, seemingly, is where the tracks end.
At the gas station?
Seems to be.
This is the gas station that we saw.
Mm-hmm.
We saw the silhouettes at.
We saw them the first time. Does it look like they go inside of the gas station, or where do they end up?
Honestly, with the amount of moss and branches around, it is very hard to tell.
Well, looks like the paw prints stop here.
I'm not really one to believe in coincidences, but this gas station's been popping up a lot.
How often do you see it?
This is where you said you saw Mr. Jenkins last night?
Yeah,
was
I
it?
saw him yesterday.
Yeah.
Leading up to the party.
And you think he's here?
I don't know if he's here,
Now?
but the prints have stopped.
Wait, so sorry. Are we following Mr.
Yeah, sorry, I know I
Jenkins.
just ran off. I saw the dog, the German Shepherd. I chased the German Shepherd. Oh, I don't even think I told you. When I was walking home after I dropped you off, I saw Mr. Jenkins, had a confrontation. Don't worry, he's alive this time. And then I saw him again now.
Oh, okay. So he was hanging around my place, or he was
Well,
following
like 20
you?
minutes toward mine.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Oh, I'm fine.
So why are we following this guy?
Well, I mean, and she looks down at Jackie with Jackie's dad. Potentially wrongly convicted.
Definitely. Not potentially. Definitely.
I mean, I don't know. But regardless, what Jackie's dad was holding last night, the like blinking thing, Jenkins has the same thing.
Like the weird stick thing? Kind of like a big, long
Yeah.
wand?
And it was... Well, yesterday, whenever we saw it, it was blue. And then whenever we saw Jackie's dad, it was blue and red. And then when we got closer... Wait. Why did it go fully red when we got closer to him?
To who?
Your dad. The little thing that he was holding last night.
What, like it was blinking red?
The thing that he was holding, the reason it got red when we got close to it,
Jackie, now's not the time. Just spit it out.
so Eli found a thing, and
Oh, the thing he told me he hid somewhere, which I'm assuming is
yes, we hid it, but
from the
that was what
junkyard.
was setting it off.
Oh.
And
So
you
people
wait,
are
have
after
you been
that.
chasing Mr. Jenkins from the scrapyard?
Well, chasing from the school into the scrapyard. Saw your footprints near a trunk that was open. There was nothing in it. And I saw paw prints, and then probably his prints. And there were another set of prints, which now I'm assuming are Eli's prints. So whatever you hid in there is gone, and he probably has it.
Darla, it's the cube. It's the thing that we hid.
I don't know what that is. Nobody told me anything.
I don't either, but we hid it because we didn't want Eli to get in trouble. We didn't want another robot to go on the haywire.
Well, the fact that your dad had something, and Mr. Jenkins has the exact same thing, and they both do the same thing, means that this cube is very important for some reason.
My dad
And we should
wasn't
find
looking
him.
for it. He found that in the woods. He told us that.
I wasn't paying attention after I tackled him, sorry. What?
So, I'm gonna step in because things are getting tense. So what are we doing out here specifically? You planning to, just tackle another old man? No offense, Jackie,
Yes, actually.
I'm full of fire and vinegar right now. I want to go in there and yell at him, but I know that's probably not the best option.
I don't think it's a bad option. Could scare him.
So where is he?
That's
And
the great
Artie
question, Artie.
looks around and there are rusted cars and you can see the greying, green, mossy covered windows of the old gas station and the sliding doors out front fixed in place as glass cracks and lines the entire building.
I mean, might as well look inside of here. And Darla's gonna start approaching the gas station. You don't have to come if you don't want to.
I'm coming. If there's a way that this is going to get my dad out of jail, I'm absolutely coming.
Just be careful not to poke yourself. You don't need to get tetanus.
You're telling me? No, all right.
Um,
Sorry, I'm a little testy right now.
That's fine, I like it.
okay. I can, do you want me to keep lookout or come with, or,
Well, I don't want you alone. What if Jenkins shows up?
yeah, no, I'm kind of about that too.
Just come with me.
I'll come with, okay. and Artie sticks close as you approach the doors to the gas station. And as you approach, you can see that unlike the rest of the building, just outside these old glass sliding doors, there is no shrubbery or moss or anything to be seen.
Well, that's already a telltale sign that this is used. Can I peek in?
Make an investigate check.
Jackie, can you look in this window? and Artie?
I'll try. I'm gonna use one of my blesses.
Okay.
So one success.
You peek through the gap in the door, slim though it is, and you see that inside there are empty shelves, all lined with green dirt, and a counter that displays key rings of California County and slogans such as "I fell for Eden Falls," and a few old pine-shaped car fresheners, and dust floats through the air, silhouetted by the light streaming in through the cracked and dirty windows from outside. And there is not a soul to be seen.
I don't see anything in there. Do you see anything?
No, no one's in there.
Can we open this door?
You poke your fingers through the doors, and as you push them aside, they slide easily, almost too easily for a building that has not seen business in over a decade. But you also see that as you push the doors open, below them where the door slides, on the floor there is a near-perfect line worn away through use. It slides open without any tension at all.
This is getting more and more fun. As she steps inside, what is there for her to see with that?
So, stepping in, you can see, like I say, shelves, and you can see that there are most of them empty. You can see a couple of tins here and there. But stepping in, and as light illuminates the floor in front of you, you also see multiple outlines of paw prints and footprints moving from the door and to the door in the direction of a supply room in the back. In terms of fresh ones, I would say make an investigate check.
One success.
You do not see any fresh ones.
Okay. Darla's gonna look back at Jackie and Artie and just shh, and then point at the supply room and approach it. I'd like to look inside.
So, inside you see a number of dirty shelves on which sit a number of rusty tools and what looks to be a half-full gas can. But on the opposite side of the room, you see a wall of metal lockers, almost as tall as your friend Eli. And most of them look unremarkable, save for one. Because above the handle of one of these lockers, looking out of place amidst the dirt and grime, Jackie, you see a keypad. A curled red wire twisting into the surface of the door. And as for the door itself, it is dented outwards multiple times, almost as though something was trying to get out.
Can I go over and see if the keypad has like an override to it?
Absolutely. Make a program check or tinker check, whichever you would rather.
How?
Can Darla use brute force?
I'm gonna. Can I use a luck?
You can. You can also, remember, you can also use your pride if it relates to this to automatically succeed.
I don't know if a keypad can offend me.
Okay, probably not then.
Oh my god.
I mean, you
dude.
seemed offended from the 0.
I'm offended by these dice rolls. I literally have max stats in this entire thing. I'm rolling
So-
8 dice.
As Jackie is there, just sort of looking at this keypad, and you can sense they are getting frustrated at the lack of results. Darla, you would like to try and force your way in. Can you make a force check for me, please?
Yeah, sure. 1 success.
You smack against it, and for a moment there is an echo. The echo of metal throughout the gas station that lingers in the air, heavy. and
Does it
dark.
linger as if it shouldn't make that kind of echo?
No. But
Okay.
you are making noise, and as Darla does this, Jackie, you can see that there seems to be a lock mechanism
Yeah.
behind the door.
Yeah.
You can just about see it through what Darla has now created a
Well,
fairly sizable gap.
What
in the
I've just
door.
realized is I forgot to use my tool bag to do either of those checks.
Cool.
Which gives me 2 automatic successes.
So, seeing this, Jackie, you head towards the keypad and a little sheepishly start to go at it again. And as you do so, you manage to just bring out and loosen the keypad a little bit. And playing around with some of the wires inside, you hear beep, beep, beep. As Darla, you see on the keypad the numbers automatically filling themselves in. 1, 9, 8, 2. And Artie gives a little gasp. And as he's looking at it, he just goes, "That's last year. That's when
Yeah,
when
that's
he,
what I was thinking too.
Yeah. And as the final number is sounded, and the door just creaks open, revealing dark stairs leading underground.
Well, it's a good thing your mom gave me this. And she's reaching into her bag as she pulls out the torch. The strange looking
my mom is giving
flashlight.
everyone torches and
Yeah.
flashlights.
So she probably hits it a couple times trying to figure out how to make it work. And then
Oh, you just...
turns it on.
There's a... on the side.
Oh, I knew that. And she just steps in front of you to head down the stairs.
You do so. And as this beam of light moves across the space, you see a large, windowless, cramped basement opening up to you as you make your way down metal stairs. It is grimy and it is dank, and in one corner you see a large, boxy monitor on top of a workstation, across which lie scattered numerous tools, batteries, and spare parts. Above this, you see a map of Eden Falls, with markings all over it in red pen, circles, crosses, lines, and pinned next to this, lining the walls, there are newspaper clippings relating specifically to Jenkins High and Principal Hughes, and more recently, clippings showing the 3 oil rigs out to sea, the Logan brothers. Additionally, as you begin to move down, you can see that next to the computer there is a microphone perched on top of a large tape deck, and next to this there is an organised row of tapes, and while not entirely sequential, they are individually dated with black marker. Some from last year, and some as recent as the day of the party. And Jackie, as you look around, you see something else that catches your eye. All around the room, hanging from walls, you see robots. Almost 20 in total, all of the same model. Or so it seems. All of them seem humanoid, basic and boxy, with screens where their heads should be, but with each successive automaton, the design seems to get more and more mismatched, with odd proportions and different materials. It is like looking at the evolution of man in reverse. What are you doing?
Gosh. This is like
Should we
a kid in
grab
a
any of
candy
these?
store right now. What does like the most basic robot look like?
It's very simple. It's like a boxy torso with sort of very skinny limbs. They're very, very basic joints. And you, like I say, it's almost like a television for a head, like square and basic. Yeah.
Mr. Jenkins has been up to something in here.
What
is there
any
like
of
a
this?
VHS player nearby?
So not VHS, but there is a tape
Sorry.
deck. And you
Tape,
can see a number of different tapes there.
I want to put in the one for the night of the party.
Okay. You rewind it a little bit, and as it starts to play, you hear a raspy voice. My readings were correct, as was my hunch. There is a new piece of technology in Eden Falls. Something powerful enough to cause a local blackout. Magnetrine levels were off the charts. I've never seen anything like it. And the robots. They've been off for months. But when I came back from the house, from that party, the door to the lab, whatever it was, they were trying to get out, almost as if their programming had been. Whatever it was, the epicenter was the party. I think it has something to do with those kids. Jenkins High. Everything always comes back to Jenkins High. And as you hear this, there's a creak at the top of the stairs.
Darla turns around immediately to stand in front of her friends and
I wanna-
flashes the light.
I'm gonna try to shove as many of these cassette tapes in my bag as I can.
Yeah, while you do that, I'm blinding whoever's on the stairs with the flashlight.
Eli and Jane, can you both make can you make
Figured it was
comprehend checks for me,
Yeah.
please?
Oh no. Okay. Comprehend.
You better do well or she's about to chuck it at your head.
Oh no.
Come on, big
Success
himbo.
for me.
Let's go!
Yay!
Body
Jane, you are blinded by a flood of light coming from the bottom of the stairs. As Eli, you immediately just bring your large arm up to shield yourself.
Who is that?
As Darla, you see Eli and Jane at the top of the stairs. Jane, you see nothing, but Eli, down at the bottom, you can just about make out Jane, Artie, and Darla.
Oh, and she lowers the flashlight. How did y'all find us?
Yak attack?
Treela?
Hey, okay, I was just looking for you. What's happening? What's going on?
What is this?
Darla saw Mr. Jenkins running over here.
Dank Darla. And Artie. Hi, Artie.
Oh, hey, are we, Darla, are we getting out soon? I got a real bad feeling about this.
So we're stalking a teacher.
It's fine.
Is
Stick with me,
the
Artie.
teacher a government person? There's government
Mr.
people.
Jenkins? No, he
He
just
used to be the
exploded the science
principal.
lab.
Right? Am I wrong?
He was a science teacher.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
I got.
That's what I heard. What are you talking about, Artie?
No, it's fine. Yeah, no, it's good. Okay.
Okay.
I think I agree with Artie. Darla tracked Mr. Jenkins here, but then we didn't really see where he went afterwards. And if this is his, I just don't feel like we should stick around.
Okay, well,
Especially
wait here
with
for
what
a
was on
second.
that tape. If that box goes off again, these robots are all going to come alive, and we're going to be in real bad shape.
But we have the box. Do they know about the cube?
God,
What tape? What cube? What?
I think
I
Mr.
do now.
Jenkins got it from the scrapyard, and that's why. I don't know very well.
From your super
Yes.
secret hiding spot.
I think he has a way to find it with that metal detector. He has one just like the one my dad found in the woods.
That beeped in the car.
Yes.
Okay. So now we have angry science teacher and government people. Chloe's doing better, by the way. We visited Chloe. I think we have to get out of here. And maybe
Yes, I do.
Let's
I
not be here.
do not feel good here.
Well, hang on. You have a lot of really valuable things. Let me see if somebody's up there first.
As they're having this conversation, Jane, you hear behind you a slowly increasing beeping sound. And you hear a click as the beeping stops.
I want to push Jane out of the way. And Darla's reaching into her jacket.
As you do so, from the door of the gas station, you hear one very ominous sound. As a shotgun is loaded. And that is where we're going to end this week's session.
No, what?
Ed, you're evil. You're sick. You're sick, Ed.
I know.
I like that ending. Yay.
I was like, hospital monitor beeping. Oh, Chloe's here.
Just dragging it behind it, just, I'm okay.
I'm here.
Hey guys, I found this shotgun.
That was a good shotgun noise.